So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the tingles that await you. Today's parable is about a god and a demon who went to learn about the self from a great sage. The story by Swami Vivekananda. A god and a demon went to learn about the self from a great sage. The sage told them, "You yourselves are the being you are seeking." Both of them thought that their bodies were the self. They went back to their people, quite satisfied. The nature of the demon was ignorant, clouded, so he never inquired any further. The god had a purer nature. In a few days, he realized that it could not be the meaning of the sage. There must be something higher. So he came back and asked, "Sir, did you teach me that this body was the self? If so, I see all bodies die. The self cannot die." The sage replied, "Find it out. Thou art that." Then the god thought that the vital forces were what the sage meant. But after a time, he found that if he ate, these vital forces remained strong. But if he starved, they became weak. The god then went back to the sage and said, "Sir, do you mean that the vital forces are the self?" The sage then replied, "Find out for yourself. Thou art that." The god returned home, thinking that it was the mind. Perhaps that was the self. But he saw that thoughts were so various, now good, again bad. The mind was too unstable to be the self. He went back to the sage and said, "Sir, I do not think that the mind is the self. Did you mean that?" is the self. Did you mean that? The god went home and at last found that he was the self, beyond all thought, one without birth or death, whom the sword cannot pierce, or the fire burn, whom the air cannot dry, or the weather melt, the beginningless and the endless, the immovable, the intangible, the omniscient, the omnipotent being, that it was neither the body nor the mind, but beyond them all. So he was satisfied. But the poor demon did not get the truth, owing to his fondness for the body. The next parable is called the goldsmith. A goldsmith uses tongs and furnaces to melt gold. If he constantly makes the fire too hot, the gold will get too hot. If he constantly sprays too much water on it, the gold will not be hot enough. If he constantly takes it out to examine it, it will never be refined. However, if he does all these things at their suitable time, and he knows the nature of gold, he will have no problem at all in the molding and refining of it. Just like that, any practitioner needs to attend to these three qualities: focus, determination, and composure. If he properly attends to these things at the right time and circumstance, his mind will become brilliant and pure, just like gold. If you've made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe.